Good morning, Uveka. Yes, Lucky Montana essentially saying that he was horrified that the man that he admired and looked up to, Comrade Ben Martins, threw him under the bus at a press conference late last year, saying that it was he, Lucky Montana, that had organized a meeting at one of the ministerial residences with the Guptas and Duduzane Zuma. Now, the moral of the whole story is, if you are invited to a ministerial residence, do not have tea and cookies, because if you do, a member of the Gupta family will jump out of a room and will suddenly appear. I'm being silly, but it seems that there is a trend amongst the witnesses here who have all said that they have been invited to certain houses and they are given tea and cake or snacks, and then one of the Gupta brothers appears. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because Suzanne Daniels, the former legal advisor for Eskom, she had a very similar story, and she too put Ben Martins with the Gupta brothers and Duduzane Zuma at Melrose Arch in 2016. So Ben Martins has fought back quite vociferously against appearing before this committee. He has apparently had to be subpoenaed, although at the last minute there's a possibility that he did accede to the invitation and that wasn't actually necessary, but the committee was ready to subpoena him. He also wrote a letter shortly after Suzanne Daniels's testimony late last year, saying that the inquiry was unconstitutional, his rights had been violated, and he was therefore not happy with the establishment of this inquiry. So he comes here today very reluctantly. He's not happy about the allegations made against him. And just remember, this is a very senior member of government. He's been in cabinet since 1994. He's been Minister of Energy. He's been a Minister of Transport. The meeting that Lucky Montana is talking about, he alleges, took place in 2012. And Lucky Montana basically saying that Ben Martins was very much part of the feeding trough at SOEs, moving along the boards and reshuffling boards, or rotating, as they say in SOE language, along with the Gupta brothers, Salim Essa, Nazim Hawa, all the regular names that the cast of characters that we've been hearing for the past few months.
Okay, bound to be more fireworks. It probably would have been an easier day if Lucky Montana did not come before Ben Martins yesterday. The other big one today, Annika, is going to be Steinhoff, and it comes also at a time of a couple of hours after we saw panic over Viceroy and Capitec as well. We know that Viceroy had Steinhoff in its sights not too long ago. And who are we expecting to hear from? What details, if you know, are we expecting to come out of Steinhoff's appearance before Parliament?
Well, it's the Standing Committee on Public Accounts, Chairperson Themba Godi, saying during the December break that he was going to constitute this hearing because he felt it was very important to get some answers in the absence of any arrests yet in connection with the Steinhoff saga as to what actually happened, who was culpable, and what effect it has had on people such as people investing in the PIC. Now, we do have at the top of the agenda Steinhoff, but it doesn't say who from Steinhoff will be represented, but there is a slim chance, as of late last night, there were still negotiations going on for Christo Wiese to appear before the hearing, first up this morning, and then it goes down to Treasury, the Finance Ministry, as well as the PIC, the Reserve Bank, and other government stakeholders who were directly affected by the Steinhoff saga.
Okay, so definitely a very, very interesting day in Parliament today. Thank you very much. Ian says Annika Larsen will be there for it all for us today.